So I'm just gonna do this again. Anyway, enjoy the video. Let me start by talking about Nick de Vries. Nick de Vries is the 2019 Formula 2 World Champion, though he failed to get a seat in Formula 1 due to the lack of driver changes, which really triggered me. But everyone else was looking at another promising young driver, Jack Aitken. And I'm asking the question here, is he worthy of an F1 seat? Let's dive right in, but first, let's look at this title card.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.
Jack Aitken was born in 1995 to a British father and a Korean mother. His Korean name is Han Se-young, which is pretty common, if you ask me. Aitken would begin his career like everyone else in karts in Buckmore Park. At this point, being as old as Daniel Kvyat would not be very good, so he decided to have a single-seater debut, the Dunlop Interstep Series, finishing in third place. He then would be put into Formula Renault 2.0 NEC and Eurocup Formula Renault 2.0, driving with Fortec Motorsport. Can you guess which one he was a guest driver in? Yes! It was in fact Formula Renault! Sorry about that there. It was in fact the Eurocup, where he pretty much scored no points other than a 9th place finish. The next year, he would partake in the Eurocup Formula Renault 2.0 full-time, picking up one win and many podiums to finish 7th place. Pretty good in his second year of single-seaters, huh? Though, even though he finished in 7th place, he finished ahead of Antoine Hubert, Nick Cassidy, but he fell behind Nick de Vries and Alexander Albon. Jack also did a part-time showing at Formula Renault Alps 2.0, picking up a fastest lap in the 8 races he raced in. He also did Pro Mazda, but who cares about that anyway? The next year would be much more successful, winning the Pro Mazda Winterfest, as well as the Formula Renault 2.0 Alps and Euro Formula Renault 2.0 in what seemed to be a very dominant season. In his time in the series, he picked up 5 wins and achieved many few podiums. And at least he finished ahead of Mahavir Raghunathan. That same year, he competed in the Formula Renault Alps, like I just said, with Fortec again, and won the title again. Is it just me, or does again not sound like a word anymore? Probably just me. After these great performances, Renault said frick it and hired Jack Aitken to join their sport academy, which was a really bad idea because they're notable for holding them in, well, any series possible, not letting them to F1. And in his debut season of GP3, he finished 5th place, considering the fact that he was with Arden. He then contended in the Spanish Formula Open, doing pretty good, finishing 7th place despite attending only 2 races. Speaking of Formula and GP3, let's dive into the podiums and wins. He first had a podium at the Red Bull Ring, and then another at Silverstone, and then a win at Hungary, but that wasn't enough. He needed more results, and this was exactly what he would get. For the remainder of the season, he would pick up a podium at Spa, one at Monza, 3rd place at Jerez, and that sealed the season and secured a 2nd place for him. The next season, for 2018, he would be thrust into the Formula 2 Championship driving with ART once again, and he finished 11th place, miles off the pace of championship winner George Russell. Watch Dylan James G, because that explains a lot in his ART Grand Prix video. Credits to him, he finished his first season as a 2nd driver for ART better than Nikita Mazepin. Alright, I'll talk about some highlights. A win at Catalunya, nothing more to say. His 2nd stint in Formula 2 would be much more successful, finishing 5th place in the standings, now with Campos. In the early season, it looked like it was pretty good, until Mahavir Raghunathan decided to punt him, which triggered Aitken just a little bit. After that disastrous Monaco, which was in no fault of his own, Jack Aitken went on to score a podium in the next round at France, and those races are as interesting as my esports career.
Oh, and welcome to Austria again. Oh, and then welcome to a red Vita. Absolutely smashed into the wall.
After another 2 boring races, we finally have something interesting. Him winning his home Grand Prix. Well, his half home. His next victory would be at Monza, where on the podium, on the top step of the podium, he would hold the French flag in honor of his lost friend, Antoine Hubert. Other than that, there would be no win from the rest of the season. After this very surprising and weight-bearing season, his final score would be a result of 5th place. The exact same as what Nikita Mazepin got. And what's surprising me is that Mazepin gets a seat and Jack doesn't. And also, I promise there will be no more Nikita Mazepin. During the season, he had 2 consecutive 3rd place finishes at the same track. Can you guess which one it was? During the F2 season, though, he would be called in to replace Georg Russell due to the fact that Georg was flashing his new Mercedes outfit. Other than that, the Secure Grand Prix was nothing of note, other than him making friends with the newly sided wall at the final corner. Now for the F2 season summary. 14th, which was the exact same as Sean Galal's 3rd season. So that wraps up the video. And for the question at the start of the video and in the title, yes! Yes, he is. Time for an ending card!